What's up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Great People TV with me, Ben Ibrahim. And this week, it's a very, very special Great People TV interview. We've got the one and only, he's so famous, Mr. William Hung, once upon a time from American Idol. William, how are you?
Good.
Thanks for being with us. How's life over back in America at the moment?
It's been pretty good.
Yeah? Yeah, what have you been up to?
Yes. I'm still doing some speaking, performing. I have some movie filming projects, and then I'm also getting into the esports like gaming.
Right. And how long ago did you sort of slow down in the entertainment scene? Because it was a real bang, no pun intended, when you came into the industry in 2004 after American Idol. And then, but you slowed down a little bit and you diversified into speaking and other engagements.
Yeah, it's about 4 years since the original American Idol audition, since 2004. Entertainment is a very difficult, challenging industry. When everything is going well, you feel like you're top of the world. You're living this dream life. I felt that way before, but now I need to continue to grow, continue to evolve, using what I feel is I'm good at, but also something that people appreciate.
Now, when you go to speaking engagements and you tell the story, and I'm sure you've told this story a million times about, the song, American Idol, Randy, Paula, Simon Cowell, and the other judges, what kind of questions do people ask you?
Well, the first question is like, are you that She Bangs guy? It's almost like that is my name because people don't remember me, William Hung, directly sometimes. The other question is like, why did you try out? Why did you go for it? And I would tell them, I won the talent show in school. I just want to try something new, something different. I didn't have any expectations.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about expectations because growing up, and you still are, you're highly intelligent in the academic field. You studied civil engineering at a very, I think which university was it? Berkeley. I mean, that's such a hard school to get into. I mean, your life was destined to be in the world of science and, designing and re-engineering things. And I mean, did you think that once you did that degree and you're good at school, that's your life?
Yeah, I didn't expect to suddenly go into the music industry. It's just everything happened at the right place at the right time. Even after the audition, they show it on TV. I thought people would laugh a little bit, and that's it. Nothing else would happen. But to my surprise, I got like record contract, interview opportunities. My whole life just changed. Fans suddenly wanted pictures and autographs.
Now, that was such a cool life. And, whenever I watch the videos on social media look, you almost became like a Michael Jackson. But William, did you ever think about, oh man, what happens if I didn't go to the audition? How do you think your life would have panned out if you didn't touch entertainment at all?
Probably would just finish school, get a nice job, engineering, math. It'll still be a good life, but it wouldn't be an exciting life. It wouldn't be such a unique life, but with unique challenges. When I say challenges, I mean like everything I say all of a sudden could be on a newspaper the next day, or people can talk about it for a long time. So yeah, it's the life that I'm still getting used to after 20 years.
So it's still going on, that hype and fame?
And yeah, because sometimes when I say something, I have to be very careful. People could take it the wrong way. If I fast forward, recently I got married. I tried to get some ask for some gifts and money from my family and friends, and then some people took it the wrong way. they thought like, oh my god, why are you asking people that are random strangers that are broke for money? It's like, well, that's not true. I could afford the wedding. So that's not the my intention there. But even just saying maybe a few words the wrong way, people could take it the wrong way.
Wow, yeah, people are very, very sensitive, and expectations are very, very high when you're a celebrity. But let's talk. I mean, talk us through the journey of American Idol. I mean, because most of the talents that did very, very well went on to go on to the next audition and then got cut, and then you probably never saw them again. People. I
Right.
remember your year group. It was like William Huff, Jasmine Trias, Fantasia Marino, and no disrespect, they went on to a lot of fame, but suddenly they tapered
Yes.
off. And a lot
Yeah.
of people are probably wondering where are they now. But the brand of William
Yeah.
Hung just kept growing and growing. She bangs, she bangs. It just kept growing and growing and growing, and until today. I mean, which is almost 19 years ago, it's still strong. So tell us about the evolution of when I mean, tell us the things that we don't know. When you got into the audition, you performed the song, all the judges were laughing at you, but somehow,
Right.
in a funny twist of fate and pop culture, William Hung exploded.
Well, and that's why I say maybe I was at the right place at the right time, because I decided to keep a positive attitude no matter what. Most people, when they don't make it to Hollywood, they would get angry, upset. They would throw water bottles at Silent Carl, for example. I just didn't feel the need to do that. I knew going into the audition that I probably was not going to make it to Hollywood. But also realistically, I know that the judges, they're just doing their jobs. Why do I have to be so angry and upset?
And what, out of all the songs you could have picked, why Ricky Martin, She Bangs? I mean, you could have picked an Elton John song. You could have picked,
That's
you could have
true.
played a Whitney Houston song. You could have played.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. You could have played MC Hammer song or Vanilla Ice. But why Ricky Martin?
Well, I really like that song because it's unique at the time. I thought everything else sounded the same or similar. But Ricky Martin's song "She Bangs" is Latin based. It's very fun for parties. People enjoy it. I enjoy it myself. I enjoy singing to it for fun, karaoke, or party with friends. That's why I picked that song.
And how were you embraced with all the celebrities when you went to all the celebrity parties? Because, I mean, everybody, I mean, all these celebrities, especially in the music world, they're trying to cut a record, they're trying to write a song, but they look over to you, William Hung, someone who did something completely different and is probably more famous than them. Was
Yes.
there jealousy? Was there excitement? What kind of emotions was going around the celebrity world and the celebrity parties that you attended?
Well, I feel that I cannot please
Sure.
everybody. Some people like what I did. They appreciate the courage, the positive attitude. Some people thought that I don't deserve to be in the industry. Why am I making a joke of myself? They told me I know I don't have the real raw talent. It's not like I grew up training for singing and entertainment. That's true, but I feel like the reason I took the chance to keep going, knowing what the risks are, is because I need to share my version of my story. I feel like at the beginning, there are some people who said things that are not true. For example, committing heroin overdose suicide. Well, I'm right here right now, and if you Google that article, it's still there. And other people say some very crazy negative things, like portraying Asian stereotypes or setting back the Asians. I disagree, because I feel like no matter what you do, so often you have to give that first try in public. You have to fail first before you can find out what to do and how to evolve.
Interesting. Very, very. I couldn't completely. I mean, what you just said, I agree 100%. But everything in the industry is about personalities. I mean, I won't
Yeah.
ask you about all the personalities, but tell us what Ryan Seacrest is like, Randy's like, Simon Cowell. Was he was that a TV persona, or was that the real Simon Cowell?
I feel Ryan is who he is. He's always cordial, but it's very hard to read him. Randy is a wild card. I think sometimes he's cool, sometimes he's not so nice, but it's okay. He's still a nice guy overall. It's just that he has different emotions. Maybe he had to show that. Who knows? But Simon, I met him on the backstage. He is who he is. He's brutally honest. He's not mean guy intentionally, but he doesn't hold back. If he thinks you're bad, he'll say it just like it is.
How about Paula and the other? And was there another judge? There's
Oh yeah, Paula was very nice. Yeah, she's always so nice, so kind.
Was
Yeah.
there another judge? I mean, I couldn't remember it back then. It was just
It was Randy, Paula,
okay,
and Simon at the
okay,
time. Just
okay. So, look, thanks for sharing all this. I mean, William, I'm just shooting so many questions at you because I mean, especially me. I mean, don't forget there was no YouTube back then. There was no Instagram or
yeah.
Facebook. It was all the TV. I think the whole world was glued to their TV. I think the whole world wanted to vote for you, but they couldn't because it's an American channel, So only Americans could vote in. But what would you? I mean, I apologize for saying "but" a lot. I mean, a lot of my producers have been telling me to stop saying that word. However, what would you have done differently? Looking back at it right now, I mean, 19 years ago, you've grown. Hindsight, you've made some great milestones. You made some mistakes as well. What would you have done differently?
I don't know if I could have done anything differently. That's the truth. Because in life, you have to make the best decision based on the information based on the feedback you get at the time. Yeah, if I knew that American Idol would, they would manipulate the auditions to figure out what to show and how to show the auditions, maybe I wouldn't audition because that would be really scary. But who knows what would have they have done to me instead, right? I think I was lucky that it came out the way it did and it worked out for me. But maybe for other people, not so lucky.
True. And what is what would be your message to people in this? I'm lost for words at the moment. I just can't believe that you're in front of me. And thank you so much for taking the time to be with us here today. In this business, you need thick skin.
Yes,
And
true.
it's not easy to build. You either have it, you don't. Sometimes I'm not so sure if you can develop it. And that is the difference between a great entertainer and an ordinary entertainer. But what is your message out there to people to really try something new, get out of your comfort zone, and who gives a what other people think?
Yeah, right. Well, I think I'm a very realistic person. So I save and invest the money that I earned throughout the years to be in a good position. But if you're not there yet, then it's reasonable to keep holding a day job or side hustle, whatever it takes to earn a reasonable living. But once you got past that point, then maybe the it's not so much about the money. It's about the values. What makes you what makes you proud, and then I stand by those values, no matter what. Sometimes I have to turn down projects just because it doesn't align with my core values, like honesty, authentic, be kind to others. Don't make some message that would try to take sides and say bad things about others. Issues like politics, religion, sex. I rarely put myself in a bad position because I respect all the different perspectives. I don't have to agree with them. I don't have to take sides and say, oh, this is better than whatever. It's but those issues are very sensitive, and if I try to take sides, then many people would hate me, would throw stones at me when I walk out the street, right? So so unfortunately, when it comes to those sensitive topics, you gotta be really careful with how you present it.
For sure, 100%, 100%. And final question, William. After She Bangs, after all the parties, after everything, you did attempt to cut another album, and it was pretty good. However, you did struggle according to the American articles. I'm in Malaysia, so it's a very very different, and I don't really believe everything I read in the papers, especially back then, or back then it was papers. You did try to do more stuff, but it didn't quite go the way you wanted. Could you tell us a little bit about that journey of evolving, of what you tried to do after American Idol, the second album, or the first album, shall I say, and then the next project?
Sure. Well, the first album and the first few years were my best years for my entertainment career. But then it declined over time, and it's not surprising because people want to see something new. They may have different tastes over time. It's a tough industry, so I'm not surprised. It's more like how I evolved. I feel that the speaking was something that I started only like 4 to 5 years ago. And I'm glad at doing that because that's how I can impact more people with the entertainment and speaking at the same time, not just sing some shebangs. People, get a few good laughs and that's it. Yes, I still do that sometimes, but I'm glad that I have another way to make that positive impact.
And can you tease us about any of your upcoming entertainment projects this year and next year?
Yeah, sure. Well, I have upcoming performance in New York, in Buffalo. I'm very excited. I'm singing national anthem for the first time. Yeah, it's crazy. I haven't done this before. I mean, I know the song very well. It's not. I'm not concerned, but it's just like I haven't done it, so that's cool. And then I have some filming projects that I'm still working on. They're not public yet. One of them is a comedy, but because it's not public, I cannot reveal too
Of course.
much. And then the other one is a really cool food commercial. So yeah,
Very
I look
busy.
forward to I look forward to share more of that when it comes
And
out.
did you mention earlier that you just got married?
Yes, that's also another big milestone in my life.
Congratulations. Tell
Thank
us
you.
about, I mean, you tell us about your wife. What does she do? I mean, as a career.
She does the medical billing, insurance, numbers. So we're a good match because I like numbers myself, but the way I like numbers might not be what other people want me to use the numbers. Like people would say like, oh, maybe you just be actuary, data scientist. Yes, that's still on my mind, but I like games. I like playing games. So if I could apply that to game design or esports or something like that, or even like reinventing the education for children, that is something I'm very interested because when I was a kid, I feel like whatever they teach, you have to believe, you have to memorize all the equations in the book, and that's not. I mean, some things you have to know, you have to memorize, but most of the applying the life skills and developing as a person doesn't come from that. It comes from experimenting and doing something you enjoy.
Right. And when William Hung is walking down the street, going to a cafe, going to a bus stop, whatever, what is the song that you sing in your head?
Oh,
Yeah.
me? I have
With
many songs. I have I like Can You Feel the Love Tonight. I have the original song called Dance Dance, Just Do It. Those songs that my fans really like on the Cameo. So yeah, I have the many
Well, can
songs.
you sing us one or two lines from Can You Feel the Love Tonight?
Oh, of
Please
course.
go ahead.
And can you feel the love tonight? It is where we are. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best.
And William, I'm sorry, last request. Can you sing us just one or two lines of she bangs, William Hung?
Okay. She bangs, oh baby, when she moves. I go crazy cause she loves like it flower, but she stay like it be. Like every girl in history.
That's great. That's great, mate. And what's your advice to everybody out there watching to go out and make sure their life bangs with excitement? Don't go for the predictables. Open the door of the
Right.
unpredictables, and it might just bang in a very good way.
Well, go for something that's not always the norm. Yes, do what you enjoy. But it may not be the norm. Like for me, I like card games. I like strategy games. So I'm looking for I'm trying out different games that fits that path. Whether it's Runeterra or Hearthstone or whatever, right? But you have to find that the path that's right for you.
Fantastic. Look, everyone, William Hung has given us some great advice. He's just said, follow that path, enjoy it, and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid and just go out there. William did it some years ago and he's still doing it. And you know what? He's putting a smile on many, many people's faces. And I must be very honest, when I reached out to William, no ego, no drama. He just said, sure, let's find a time, let's find a schedule. And I really appreciate you, William. So, a fantastic interview with William Hung. William, look, my name is Ben Ibrahim. I know we just met today, but I just feel that we're friends. If you ever need some help with promotions, just send me an email. And yep, I'll have you back on Great People TV to tell your more amazing stories because you're still young, you're married, and your wife sounds like a very, very good person. She's a numbers person. I like her already. And you've got I feel that you've got so many more stories to tell. The story, your journey is just evolving and evolving, and that's a great inspiration to us all. William Hung, thank you for being on Great People TV. Everyone, thank William, and we'll catch you on the next episode of Great People TV. My name is Ben Ibrahim. Have a fantastic week. Stay safe.